Welcome everybody. My name is Tom Challan, and in today's topic, it's an interesting one, a little bit controversial, a little bit weird sounding, but I promise I'm going to clarify it. And the question of the day is, do you need more dumb people on your team? Sounds crazy. Or do you need more smart people to actually grow, duplicate, and build a thriving business? And that was the question of the day that came in from a super successful, very smart entrepreneur. Said, you know what, Tom, I just need more smart people in my business. So I'm going to answer that question with 22 years of experience building multiple teams of over 40,000 people. What do you really want on your team, right? So we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to share with you a story first. My first many years in this industry, I came in overcompensating. I wanted to be the guy that knew the comp plan the best. I wanted to be the guy that knew the products the best. I wanted to be the most educated, clear-spoken. In fact, that's why I joined something called Toastmasters, which is a speaking organization that taught people how to be great speakers. Because I was always taught in school and through people that you've got to be well-informed, you've got to be highly educated to start a business. And that is true, except in one business that is so simple that it's more just following the simple process that's worked for hundreds of years. So the reality is, my first many years, I was wearing myself out trying to be the smartest guy on my team, trying to do way too much, trying to I was always the guy when someone said, well, how does the comp plan work? Tom knows it. How do I do great presentations? Tom knows how to do great presentations. I was the be-all, end-all guy, again, because I wanted to be smart. I wanted to sound intelligent. I wanted to be the guy that people went to in my team for someone, because I thought that's what the sign of a great leader is. And after, maybe you've heard this story, after losing everything financially, being totally burned out, going through depression, stressed out, downsizing in life financially in many areas, I reached a point in my career where I was so broken, thank goodness, that I had to find another way. And that's when both the cars were repossessed. I got back involved in this industry, and that's where I created a whole new way of doing it. And I said, I don't want to be the smartest guy on the team. I want to be the guy that's the most duplicatable. So the answer to the question is, do you have to find dumb people? The answer is, of course not. You don't want to prejudge if people are smart or dumb, but I will tell you what does not duplicate is taking, if you are a very educated, smart, you come to the table with a lot of sales or intellect or ideas from another career or another profession, or you've been successful in sports or athletics. This industry is so simple that a lot of people that come with a lot of experience or intelligence, or they're super smart, they want to over-professionalize this. They want to over-educate people. They want to over-inform people. And what happens is because of their credibility and communication ability and their intelligence, they might end up getting a bunch of customers. They might end up convincing and selling a few handful of people like me that this business is a great business. And can it work by doing it that way? For sure. But I'll tell you, it's not maybe twice, maybe 10 times harder, because everybody looks at you as, oh my gosh, I can never be like you, Tom. I cannot tell you how many times I heard, I can never be as good as Tom. I can never present as good as Tom. And it created a bunch of people who thought they had to be superstars. And then again, I learned my lesson, and I said I wanted to be, and I'm going to say this to myself personally. I'm going to say how I used to think. I never admitted this till recently. I literally wanted to be the guy that knew the least on my team. I wanted to be the dumbest guy on my team in a sense, meaning that when someone said, how does the comp plan work, Tom? I literally would say, I have no idea. Check out this video. How do I do trade shows in state fairs? I go, I have no idea, but I know Mary in our company, she does that extremely well. Tom, how do I do samples? How do I do this and how do I do that? And how do structure work? And I got to the point where I go, I don't know. All I know is all I do is I am looking for great people like you every day. And then I plug them into my presentation that's already pre-done for me to explain the product and or the business. And then all I do is I want to get those people started as a business builder and or a customer. And that's how I build the business. And that's how, by the way, I sponsored 1 to 3 people every day, working 4 hours a day or less every day, had more time freedom to travel, to be with my spouse, my wife, to be with my kids, my 4 babies, and be able to have the most freedom, the lowest stress. And by the way, here's what happened. Because it was so simple, I found a bunch of other crazy people that kept it simple. Were they dumb? No, but they kept it really simple. So even the smart ones that were successful learned to do what Warren Buffett said to me that was like, oh my gosh. He said, if you have a high IQ, what you need to do to become one of the most wealthy investors in the world is cut it in half. You don't need it. Investing is so simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. So if Warren Buffett says that about investing, what do you think when it comes to building teams and communicating with people? It's the same thing. So if you are coming to the table with a lot of ideas, and a lot of times people become smart because of fear. They think that they want to overeducate because they're afraid to just do the simple things like call up a friend and say, hey, I'm starting a new project and I'd really love you to check it out. What are you doing this Thursday? I'm going to pick you up. Hey, come on over to my house. Hey, if I send you a link to a presentation, would you take a good look at it? That's keeping things stupid simple. And again, not being stupid, but just keeping it as simple as this business model works. That's why Susie Homemaker, who's never had a job, who's just went through a divorce, trying to raise kids, figures out how to keep this business so simple. Even though she doesn't have a college education, she's not someone who is super charismatic with a lot of sales experience. She's someone that follows the 3 steps that I teach, super simple. And if you're a traditional salesman, maybe you have a high college education, this is the most professional, simple business in the world. And if you were attracted to this business, let it work for you. Be coachable. And I promise you, the simpler you keep it, the more that it'll duplicate, the faster the team will grow, the more income that you'll make, and the more freedom you'll create through replication of other people that can follow you will be crazy. Trust me, I've done it multiple times over the last 22 years, and it will work for you. So the question of the day is, do you want more dumb people on your team or more smart people on your team? You want smart people that are humble, that learn how to take that intelligence and do what works without overworking, having to overwork your brain. Keep it simple and you'll become very duplicatable. That's the model that we're in. This is Tom Challan, and for more training just like this, and check out more videos, go to PriorityNetworker.com. We'll put all the description in below and any webinar or anything that's coming up in below, depending on where you're watching this, Facebook or YouTube or podcast. We're doing a podcast now, learning how to do podcast. I know we're a little late to the party, but we're ready to rock it, right, Robert? Yeah. Now that I have a super smart media, camera, audio rock star working with us. Anyways, so thank you so much for those of you that are live. Megan, awesome, appreciate that. Alan, thank you, my friend. Samuel, thank you so much. All of you that are watching the replay here on live stream, we're going to start doing a lot more audio. So make sure you share this. Please, would you do me a favor, Eduardo, Samuel, would you share these live stream? Share it if you're on YouTube watching the replay of this. Share this because it's time to start doing more videos. Time to start getting more consistent with these videos. All right. God bless you. And by the way, let me know that you were here. Drop a comment on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're listening to this or watching this. Drop a comment. Just say hi. Let me know where you're calling in from. All right. God bless you. See you in the next video.